guys, I'm Samina and welcome to the Cupcake Confession, where I show you how you can learn to make decadent desserts and sweet treats. If this is something that you enjoy, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you do that, also don't forget to ding this little bell button so you will be notified every time I post a new recipe. Today we're making honey and orange blossom madeleines, and also they're super simple to make, and I'm going to show you how I made these from scratch. Here you go. So first I'm going to take my 2 room temperature eggs, and to that I'm going to add caster sugar, and I'm going to use my electric beaters on medium speed, and I'm going to beat this for about 3 minutes. You will see that it is super golden yellow at this point, but after a while it starts to really increase in volume. The color will go slightly pale, and this is about 1.5 minute mark, and then at the 3 minute mark you'll see that it goes really pale, fluffy, and it really increases so much in its volume. At this stage you're going to add the honey, and then you're going to beat it again for 1 minute exactly with your electric beaters on a medium speed, and this will just help incorporate the honey into the egg mix. And after the 4 minute mark you will see that it goes really light, fluffy, and it also has this ribbon stage. So I'll show you, this is exactly what it should look like. So it should fall in ribbons, and then we're going to sift in all of our dry ingredients. So here I have my all-purpose flour and baking powder, which I'm going to sift into this egg mix, and then I'm going to use my spatula and gently fold the dry ingredients into the egg, into the whipped eggs. Now it's very important that you are really gentle while you're doing this. You don't want to mix it in any random direction, because that's just going to deflate all this air that you worked hard to create in the first place. So you'll see that as the flour starts to mix with the egg, it starts to thicken. The batter will thicken up quite a bit. Then at this stage you're going to add your orange blossom water. Once you add the orange blossom water, you're going to mix it again. Now if you don't get access to orange blossom water, just use almond extract or vanilla extract. That's completely alright. Then we are going to add our melted butter and mix everything again. This does take a while because the melted butter needs to really mix well with the batter, and it's also at the same time important to just fold the butter into the batter instead of mixing it in any random direction. So this is what it would look like. You're going to rest this batter at room temperature for 1 to 1.5 hours. You can even refrigerate this for an entire day or overnight. Then you're going to preheat your oven when you're about to bake this about 20 minutes before to 180C or 350F. Now I'm going to take a leveled scoop. So this is an ice cream scoop, and I'm going to really level the batter instead of fill it too much. So I'm going to take a leveled ice cream scoop's worth of batter and fill in my madeleine molds, which I have greased with some melted butter as well. So this recipe makes 10 madeleines. This will now go into the oven at 180C 350F for exactly 10 minutes, and then you're going to take them out, let them rest at room temperature for 5 minutes, and I'm just going to show you what this looks like first, because you will see that it will develop a characteristic hump when you bake this, and this is because of the time that you give it to rest. So it's very important to rest the batter before you put it into the oven, and that's the sign of a good madeleine. So here you can see those humps that have risen onto the surface of the madeleines. Now it's important to let it sit in its mold for at least 5 minutes until the tray becomes easier to handle and also the madeleines cool ever so slightly. And this is basically your honey and orange blossom madeleines. They go so well with tea or coffee just by itself, because it's light as a feather and fluffy and pillowy. I mean, just look at how beautiful that is. So I really hope you give this a go, because it's so easy to make. So guys, that is it, and I really hope that you give this a go. When you do, don't forget to post a photo to Instagram and tag me using my handle at The Cupcake Confession, and also use the hashtag The Cupcake Confession. If you like this recipe, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I post a new recipe every Tuesday and Thursday, so if you want to be notified, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And while you do that, also don't forget to ding this little bell button so you are notified every time I post a new recipe. Until I see you again next time, bye!